poise under pressure, and knowing that it's a long game. Be mentally tough through adversity. There's going to be ebbs and flows to the game. Sometimes it'll be going our way, sometimes it may not be going our way. But to have the ability to navigate through that, that's your mental toughness, that's your discipline. Those things are important, that's your teamwork. So we always say we get into things together, we get out of things together.
Birch, Raptors D's been there. Raptors only lead, it was 2-0. Watch out, OG, and he's...
Defense travels, guys. Defense travels. Coach Tom Thibodeau describing what it takes to win in the league these days, what it takes from his veterans after the Pels game the other night, and he called it. That's what it took from our Raptors tonight. Well done, Raptors. We'll get into the box score and some highlights in just a moment. But first, we talked about, learning from the only team that's beat the Knicks before us this season, Jeff Weltman's Orlando Magic and his youngsters. And we talked about what we can learn from those youngsters. And what we learned was a couple things. We want a single player to guard Randall as much as possible. This was looking horrendous in the first quarter. I think Randall had 18 points. OG was on him for the bulk of the game. Ended up shutting him down. Jack reminded us all night, Randall hates going right.
Good D again, made him drift and fade going right.
Excellent D by OG. And then the second thing that we talked about pregame was careful of those Obi Toppin leakouts. Here's one here the Raptors get a little lucky on. Right away up the top, and he's already at the basket. Just happens to miss it.
To finish, he was up there. That guy's got hops.
How do we come to win this game? And the answer is the third quarter. It was not looking good for the first half. Now, I do want to say it was great to see Champagnie and Malachi Flynn getting minutes there. Champagnie did a great job crashing the glass. He almost came up with 2 rebounds in the short amount of time he was in there. Watch him grind. He's just in the right spots.
What do you got? Boucher for 3, and it doesn't go. Champagnie pops out.
113-104 on the road against the Knicks in Madison Square Gardens. We took a page off the Orlando Magic playbook. Let's take a look here. The real summary is the third quarter, where the Raptors just clamped down. So what we're going to do is take a look at the third quarter and review what they did to get it in there. We saw minutes from Champagnie, Flynn, extended minutes for Kem for the second night in a row, and Svi with 34 minutes. So great game. Precious looked pretty rough. That's the only thing I could say, but he's still young. Barrett was on fire, but look at this. Randall, 18. I think he had 18 points in the first quarter. They shut him down after that. They tried to get these threes going. They did pretty well, but Raptors eventually contested them. But look at how dangerous the Knicks are from 3. Woo-wee. Crazy. Quickly 5 misses. So, yeah. Knicks are a good team, guys. That was a good test. Awesome. Now you've seen the numbers. Let's take a look at some of the great plays that we saw. I want to start with Svi. Svi played great tonight. Extra minutes. Defender fails on the charge. Kicks to OG. And then what happens, Matty D?
Swish. Great job by Mihailuk.
Svi showed once again why his guaranteed contract for 2 years at around $2 million was one of the steals of the summer. Here's another third quarter sequence with just great ball movement. OG on the miss. Kem with the clutch tip, which we've seen a ton from this year with our length. Over to Svi.
In the corner of 3. Good.
Made the awesome inbounds play with 1.2 on the clock. Bang. Svi was there on the fourth, too. Watch how he avoids the pressure. Kicks to OG. Spin move. Easy peasy. I'd go as far to say as he put the dagger in the Knicks with this steal that led to another, what we're getting used to seeing, Svi dunk. Honorable mention to Kem Birch, too. He's been amazing.
How about Birch?
Yeah, Kem was incredible. Forcing a lot of turnovers. He's on the offensive glass. Really on the offensive glass. In fact, the energy from Boucher and Precious was pretty good. I know I said Precious was rough, but his energy was good. Here's a good play to illustrate that. And like I said, Kem was leading the charge. These are the types of rebounds down the stretch that just deflate a team like the Knicks. Credit to the energy from Boucher and Precious. As I told you in my scouting report, our shooters were going to have a big game. Freddie certainly did that.
Fred, step back three! How big is the stage?
There was a sequence in the third where Kemba just takes an uncontested three and nails it, and then Freddie comes right back and answers. Watch how Fournier drops off of him. Boom, quick trigger. It's like Tibbs said in the pregame. You might be cold at first, but it's a long game. Vets are worth their weight in gold. Gary Trent Jr. is his usual self with tons of hustle. He got tons of deflections. This one actually led to like an unforced turnover here just because of the ball pressure. I love how Gary Trent Jr. got out in transition and really pushed the pace. He misses the shot here, but that's not the point.
And Jr. attacking, spinning.
And don't worry, Gary got his share of buckets.
Takes it up and through.
The real story of this game was OG, on offense and defense. It's safe to say OG's here to play.
OG! My goodness. Oh my. Barrett. OG gets it back, kicks it out. Clock down. Gary Trent Jr. OG offensive rebound.
OG was a pure beast tonight, shooting 48% on 27 attempts, 36 points and a plus 15, while guarding Randall. I never wanted to be Tracy Morgan so badly, but I would have loved to see OG do this live. This one pretty much put the icing on the cake in the third.
OG, oh my! My goodness, what a play call out of the timeout!
Just like Coach Tibbs said, it's a long game. Veterans stood up and rookies chipped in. The third quarter was all the difference. So it just goes to show you guys, it's never say die attitude, next man up. We're down two of our best defenders with Scotty and Pascal out. And we just had Champagny, Malachi jump in there, Svi, maybe one of the best signings in the offseason for $2 million, 2 years guaranteed. And all we had to do is get him is guarantee the contract. So pretty good signing there. Anyway, great night for the team as a whole and something to build off of. Same with that little lesson night the other night in Orlando where we squeaked out. These are games that add up and build kind of attitude, culture. It gets us to playing 48 minutes. Guys, don't forget to like and subscribe, and don't forget, it's all about the Larry. Kawhi, can I use the green nail polish, please?
I don't even know where you're sitting at.
That's bullshit, Kawhi. Your laugh is
This
stupid.
is Chef's Kiss approved. Mwah!